You know what not to do? Do not use those blackhead vacuums, and don't squeeze the crap out of your nose. What's up guys, I'm Brian Turner. If you don't know me from Team Acne, I make all sorts of acne and skincare related videos here. I've had really severe acne. I still have a couple of pimples that pop up here and there, and I've literally dealt with every type of acne. And one of the most annoying types of acne is nose acne, especially those pimples and those cysts that come right around the crease of your nose. It's terrible, it's annoying, and it's a different type of acne with different things that you can do to actually get rid of it than acne all over your face or on your body. So we're just going to dive immediately into what you can do for the two different types of acne that show up on your nose, but make sure you stick till the end of the video for some alternative methods that are also super helpful. Everybody needs to know. So the two types of acne that show up on the nose are acne vulgaris, which is blackheads, cysts, pimples, things like that, right? And then acne rosacea, which is basically redness and inflammation. So acne vulgaris is caused by clogged pores, simple as that. And those clogged pores can come from dead skin cells, bacteria, dirt, or even really thick sebum oil that's coming out of your face. So you might not know this, but your nose actually has bigger pores than the rest of your face, so it's a lot easier for those pores to get clogged. And your nose has the crease on the side, which makes you basically have twice the amount of surface area for pores to get clogged. I actually remember when I was in high school and I would always get pimples right in that crease line, and back then, I don't know, I used to pop them. And so I remember one time I would pop this one over and over and over, and eventually it turned into this big like red scab type thing, and people were picking on me for it, right? They were saying like, you have bloody boogers, all that kind of stuff. Like it's a specific type of acne that I very much so remember being so annoying, and I hated it so much. Acne rosacea is caused by enlarged blood vessels that cause inflammation, which is that redness that you see, and that redness doesn't go away on its own. Rosacea can also be accompanied by little bumps that kind of look like acne, but they're a part of the rosacea. How do we get rid of it? Okay, for blackhead and for pimples, you can improve that through the regular methods of lifestyle changes that will help with any of your body that has acne. So, you know, this is like improving your diet and getting away from food that you have allergies from, staying well hydrated, having really good hygiene. So this is things especially like, you know, changing your pillowcase often, changing your bed sheets, things like that. I will be honest, when I was a kid, I never changed my pillowcases ever. So I'm not trying to call anyone out. I'm just admitting that was me, and so that can make a huge difference. So that list goes on and on. Like I cover it in my acne program, the acne method. All those things basically across the board help improve acne, but for the nose specifically, there are a few things that are really important, and there are two ingredients that specifically will really help with your nose acne. Okay, so the first one is salicylic acid, which is really good for removing dead skin cells around hair follicles as a huge cause of clogged pores. It is what pretty much one of the most common ingredients that we hear when it comes to improving acne, but it is a beta-hydroxy acid exfoliant. Luckily, we have tons of scientific studies on salicylic acid that prove that it is extremely good for improving mild to moderate acne, but specifically for the nose, it seems to be even better than benzoyl peroxide. Now, secondly, we want to look at an alpha hydroxy acid. So one that is very common that has a ton of science behind it is a glycolic acid, and this is really good at, again, removing dead skin cells by sloughing off that top layer of skin so that you don't clog the pores as often. But this also encourages skin cell turnover, which basically just means that your cells are creating new skin quicker, which helps you not to clog your pores as quickly. So the glycolic acid that I like to use is the pumpkin enzyme mask from Vanish. And the reason I like this one is because I have really sensitive skin, and chemical exfoliants like glycolic acid can leave me with really red face for even like a whole day. Like I'll wake up the next day and my face will still be irritated. So this one is very sensitive, so it really helps me just not have that experience. Those two are the most important. I will give you a bonus that retinoids can also be really helpful. So I have used adapalene in the past. I'm now using the Vanish retinoid, but basically retinoids cause new skin cell turnover rate to increase, just like I was saying with the glycolic acid. This is studied so much to improve mild to moderate acne as well as acne scarring, but that increase in cell skin turnover can really help you to get rid of those dead skin cells that are clogging your pores. Now, if the acne that you're dealing with on your nose is more severe, like cystic acne, which was me, I literally had a cyst on my nose one time that people called me Rudolph at school, and this is like a story I've told a million times. followed me for a long time, you've probably heard that story. But mentally that like screwed me up. That was really hard to deal with. You might need more powerful medication. So you might need prescription strength retinoids. You might need antibiotics. Sometimes that just completely cures people, which is really awesome. Sometimes you'll get anti-inflammatory steroid injections. So literally they will put a needle into the cyst that hasn't gone away and they will inject it, and then literally the next day it'll be gone, which is awesome. And ultimately it might get to the point where they prescribe Accutane, which is really kind of the last thing that you can try. Okay, now for rosacea, what really needs to happen is you need to uninflame or constrict those blood vessels that are causing that redness. Now there's a lot of different ingredients out there that are anti-inflammatory, have been proven in studies. A lot of people have really good experience with them. You know, for example, like ceramides and niacinamide, people have really good experiences with those. Another newer ingredient that people are seeing a lot of good improvements with is sulfur, and specifically sulfur in the form of MSM. So this is actually a really cool story. My sister, and my mom too, but my sister was dealing with redness and like kind of like a rash kind of a thing. So I sent her a bottle of the fighter gel from Banish, which is basically MSM pure, and she used it for about a week, and by the end of that week it was like 90% gone. So for some people, just having an ingredient that can start that anti-inflammation and battle the inflammation that you're dealing with, that's all you need. Now if your rosacea is more severe and anti-inflammatory topical ingredients just aren't working, you'll probably need to go see your dermatologist. Your dermatologist might prescribe something like bromotidine, which is basically like a medication that yeah, again, just is an anti-inflammatory and it constricts those blood vessels, but just at a higher, you know, more potent prescription level. Okay, so there we go. Those are the most common things that do improve most people's either acne vulgaris or rosacea. But I did tell you in the beginning of the video, I would go over some alternatives that are also very helpful. So dermabrasion and microdermabrasion can help to remove dead skin cells if that is a pretty severe problem for you that's causing the clogged pores. This will just do it at more of a deeper level than those ingredients I was talking about earlier. So a lot of times people will go through these basically surgeries and then see a huge improvement. This one might be kind of annoying to hear because I always hated hearing this when people were telling me how to get rid of my acne, but stress reducing techniques, things like meditation and yoga where you're getting your mind to be less stressful, actually has a scientific backing, because when you are stressed, you release cortisol, and cortisol has been linked to increase the amount of oil production you have, which if you're having clogged pores, leads to acne. So things like massages can also be really helpful because they calm you down, but also massages literally move lymph fluid through your body, through your lymphatic system, as well as blood, which can help flush out toxins. There's just a lot of extra benefits from basically reducing your stress level. And finally, laser therapy and laser surgery can reduce the redness. Now, usually laser does not improve the acne itself, although there are some new, I guess like modalities or surgeries where laser is specifically aimed at improving acne, and it's actually pretty crazy. One laser aims to reduce or just completely stop your sebum glands from producing oil, so you're just producing less of that oil that is clogging. That's crazy. But what I'm talking about are lasers that are specifically aimed to improve erythema, which is that redness and that swelling. That's another thing that you can look into. So I really hope this is helpful. If you were looking for the products that I was talking about in this video from Banish, all of it's on banishbrian.com. You can use the code, which is Brian5. It'll get you $5 off of your order. I highly recommend looking through the reviews on the website, kind of seeing other people's stories, see if someone has a similar kind of starting point where you are, and see what happened when they used different products on the site. I feel like it's a really good way to see what is going to work well for you. And if you enjoy this kind of educational acne video where I give you actionable tips and tricks that you can do to improve your acne, you should definitely check out my acne program. It's called the acnemethod.com. It's 10 steps, it's $10. I wanted to make it affordable for everybody. I went through literally hundreds of scientific studies and just took all the most important parts and made it a very simple program that you can learn a ton from. It's a great way to just skip literally years of trying to figure it out yourself like I did, and that's why I made the program, so you can just jumpstart everything and get to what actually works for you. All right, that's it for me, guys. If you aren't subscribed already, subscribe, because I make skincare and acne videos every single week. You can learn a ton here. Comment and let me know what you thought down below, and remember, you are not alone, you are beautiful, and you are a part of Team Acne. See you guys in the next video.